HIIT workouts are a fantastic form of exercise, but they're completely overrated for fat loss. There's lots of studies been done that people buy into about them boosting metabolism, to burn calories for slightly longer. And while that does work, people start using HIIT workouts purely to burn calories before looking at what they're eating. You would have known, talking about this previously in lots of other videos, that if you haven't got your diet under control, you're not going to be able to lose any weight just from doing a HIIT class. People love HIIT because you can fit it into a short amount of time. It's like maximum of half an hour class, half an hour workout, short bursts of intense exercise, short bits of rest, gets you really hot and sweaty. But that's why people do them, because they feel they need to get hot and sweaty, and they don't necessarily use it to get the benefit out of. HIIT originally is based on Tabata training, and that was based on increasing the speed of recovery. Because you've got those short periods of rest time, your body's got to recover quicker to then go again. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with how intense the exercise is in between. It's high intensity for you. It's more about increasing your recovery time. Most people who, especially if you're just starting in fitness, then go and do a HIIT class or HIIT workout that's all full of loads of impact-based exercises, always end up going, oh, my knees ache after that. I wonder what it was. It's because your muscles aren't strong enough and your joints aren't strong enough to take the impact of the class. So is that right for you to be doing? No, you're not going to be able to sustain it because you're going to get yourself injured. HIIT as well, it doesn't have to be high impact. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. So as long as you're doing stuff that's high intensity for you, it doesn't matter actually how difficult the exercise is. So what might be high intensity for you is doing box squats. So sitting on a box or sitting on a chair and standing back up for 30 seconds, just sitting and standing, and then have 10, 20 seconds rest, and then do it again. And that might be enough for you. The issue you get with a lot of instructors doing classes and that kind of thing is they have a HIIT workout and their aim is to just make it as difficult as possible and to really beast everyone in the class, and everyone gets a sweat on and they all check their watches at the end to see how many calories they've burned. Do something beneficial for you. I mean, that instructor has to do a class that's just going to work for everyone, but it's not always right for everyone to be jumping around all the time. While HIIT can be great in the right scenario, and it does get you out of breath and hot and sweaty, just think about why you're doing it and what's going to be best for you. If you haven't done exercise for a while, going straight in and doing lots of high impact work probably isn't going to be the best thing for you. If you find that every time you're doing jumping exercises that your joints start to ache, your knees, your ankles start to ache, then it's probably that your muscles, your lower body isn't strong enough to take that impact. So you're going to need to cut down on the impact and do a little bit more strength work. Think about what your body needs right now. More people in the world need to do strength work and build up the strength in the muscles than they do need to do jumping, need to do burpees, need to do tuck jumps. You don't necessarily need to do those unless you really want to train to be able to jump higher. Is there much of a benefit? Think about why you're doing that class, how you're doing that class, what the reason is for doing that class, all that workout, and just double think whether it's going to be right for you and whether the training you're doing is actually going to be correct.